Listening fill in the blanks.
Let's start.
Measurement, the process of associating numbers with physical quantities and phenomena. Measurement is fundamental to the sciences, to engineering, construction, and other technical fields, and to almost all everyday activities. For that reason, the elements, conditions, limitations, and theoretical foundations of measurement have been much studied. See also measurement system for a comparison of different systems and the history of their development. People have been eating pizza, in one form or another, for centuries. As far back as antiquity, pieces of flatbread, topped with savories, served as a simple and tasty meal for those who could not afford plates, or who were on the go. These early pizzas appear in Virgil's Aeneid. Shortly after arriving in Latium, Aeneas and his crew sat down beneath a tree and laid out thin wheaten cakes as platters for their meal. They then scattered them with mushrooms and herbs they had found in the woods and guzzled them down, crust and all, prompting Aeneas' son Ascanius to exclaim, "Look, we've even eaten our plates." The running cost of an electric vehicle is much lower than an equivalent petrol or diesel vehicle. Electric vehicles use electricity to charge their batteries instead of using fossil fuels like petrol or diesel. Electric vehicles are more efficient, and that combined with the electricity cost means that charging an electric vehicle is cheaper than filling petrol or diesel for your travel requirements. Using renewable energy sources can make the use of electric vehicles more eco-friendly. The electricity cost can be reduced further if charging is done with the help of renewable energy sources installed at home, such as solar panels. Early human tools, made of such materials as stone, bone, and wood, were used for the preparation of food, hunting, the manufacture of weapons, and the working of materials to produce clothing and useful artifacts and crafts such as pottery, along with the construction of housing, businesses, infrastructure, and transportation. The development of metalworking made additional types of tools possible. Harnessing energy sources, such as animal power, wind, or steam, allowed increasingly complex tools to produce an even larger range of items, with the Industrial Revolution marking an inflection point in the use of tools. The introduction of widespread automation in the 19th and 20th centuries allowed tools to operate with minimal human supervision, further increasing the productivity of human labor. AI has been making significant headlines since the 2022 launch of OpenAI's ChatGPT. It's a chatbot tool that uses generative AI to produce new content based on inputs from many sources of existing text, giving businesses a simple way to speed up writing tasks, support brainstorming, and improve customer service. Felice Fuentes Montpellier, General Manager, Industry Software Partners at Microsoft, says it's also democratizing access to AI's capabilities. You don't have to have specialized knowledge to leverage the power and insights from massive amounts of data anymore, she says. Now anyone can use basic language prompts to tap into those insights. History tells us that Nokia started as a paper mill in 1865. Through the 19th century the company expanded, branching into several different products. In 1967, the Nokia Corporation was formed. In the late 20th century, the company took advantage of the increasing popularity of mobile phones and eventually became the cell phone king. After the collapse of the cell phone king, Nokia was able to transform itself once again, this time from a mobile phone maker to a telecommunications infrastructure company. Today, Nokia is cashing in on the infrastructure evolution. Apple designed its first mobile smartphone to run the Mac OS X operating system, made popular on the company's personal computers. The device's most revolutionary element was its touch-sensitive multi-sensor interface. The touchscreen allowed users to manipulate all programs and telephone functions with their fingertips rather than a stylus or physical keys. This interface, perfected if not invented by Apple, recreated a tactile physical experience. For example, the user could shrink photos with a pinching motion or flip through music albums using a flicking motion. The iPhone also featured internet browsing, music and video playback, a digital camera, visual voicemail, and a tabbed contact list. Differences among the grades and types of paper are determined by several factors: the type of fiber used, the preparation of the pulp, either by mechanical, groundwood, or chemical, primarily sulfite, soda, or sulfate, methods, or by a combination of the two, by the addition of other materials to the pulp, among the most common being bleach or coloring and sizing, the latter to retard penetration by ink, by conditions under which the sheet is formed, including its weight, and by the physical or chemical treatments applied to the finished sheet. In 1913, John Maynard Keynes writes in his book Indian Currency and Finance that during financial year 1900 to 1901, gold coins, sovereigns, worth £6,750,000 were given to the Indian people in the hope that they would circulate as currency. But against the expectation of the government, not even half of that was returned to accounts. As this experiment failed spectacularly, the government abandoned the practice, but did not abandon the narrative of the gold standard. Subsequently, much of the gold held by the Government of India was shipped to the Bank of England in 1901 and held there. The foreign exchange market, commonly referred to as the Forex or FX, is the global marketplace for the trading of one nation's currency for another. The Forex market is the largest, most liquid market in the world, with trillions of dollars changing hands every day. It has no centralized location, and no government authority oversees it. The Forex is an electronic network of banks, brokerages, institutional investors, and individual traders, mostly trading through brokerages or banks.